What if I told you that some of reggae's biggest names are known not just for their music, but also for their shady pasts that made a lasting impact? From Jah Cure's 15-year prison sentence to Elephant Man's assault charges, these reggae stars have caused quite a stir. Here are 11 of the most evil reggae stars in history. Jah Cure. Jah Cure's rise in music came to a sudden stop in November 1998 when he was arrested by police in Montego Bay. He was charged with robbery, abuse, and illegal gun possession. These charges were linked to an incident that led to his trial in Jamaica's gun court. In April 1999, he was found guilty and sentenced to 15 years. This conviction for serious crimes like rape, armed robbery, and gun possession had a lasting impact on his early career and continues to be an important part of his public life. Even though he was in prison, Jah Cure's influence on reggae music grew. He was able to record and release music from behind bars, which showed his strong determination and the support he got from people like Beres Hammond. His first album, Free Jah's Cure, the album The Truth, came out in 2000. This was followed by Ghetto Life in 2003 and Freedom Blues in 2005. These albums featured hits like Love Is, Longing For, and True Reflections, which topped Jamaican charts and connected deeply with fans because of their soulful delivery and meaningful lyrics. Jah Cure's ability to make music while in prison helped build his reputation as a strong and genuine voice in reggae, and he became known as the King of Lovers Rock and Roots Reggae. When Jah Cure was released on parole in July 2007, his career got a big boost. Just days after his release, he dropped his fourth album, True Reflections, A New Beginning, and performed as the main act at the Reggae Sundance Festival in the Netherlands. His music after prison continued to get positive reviews, with albums like The Cure, 2015, reaching the top of the Billboard Reggae album charts and earning him a Grammy nomination for Best Reggae Album in 2016. Jah Cure also worked with artists like Sizzla, Beres Hammond, Damian Marley, and Popcan, which helped strengthen his position in the reggae world. His music, which mixes classic roots reggae and lovers rock, has helped keep these styles alive and popular for newer generations. Jah Cure has earned many awards, multiple hit singles, a Grammy nomination, and several successful international tours and festival performances. His albums, including Undeniable, released in 2023, show that he is still relevant and growing creatively. He has also gained recognition for his success in streaming, with millions of monthly listeners and songs that are now essential in reggae playlists worldwide. Don Drummond. Don Drummond was born in Kingston, Jamaica in 1934 and became one of the original members of the Skatalites, a groundbreaking ska band that played a major role in shaping the development of reggae and dancehall music. His musical journey began after he trained at the Alpha Boys School, a well-known school that produced many of Jamaica's top musicians. By the early 1950s, Drummond had already gained fame as Jamaica's best trombonist. He performed with Eric Dean's All-Stars and won the Jamaica Best Trombonist Award in 1954. Drummond's impact on Jamaican music was enormous. As the main arranger and composer for the Skatalites, he created some of the most memorable ska instrumentals, such as Eastern Standard Time, Addis Ababa, Far East, and Don Cosmic. His arrangements also helped shape the early sound of Bob Marley and the Wailers, especially on their breakthrough song, Simmer Down, which became Marley's first big hit. Drummond's unique style, blending jazz with Caribbean rhythms, earned him international recognition as one of the best trombonists in the world, with pianist George Shearing reportedly calling him one of the best. Despite his musical genius, Drummond's life was marked by struggles with mental health, including schizophrenia, which led to multiple hospital stays during his career. His personal life took a tragic turn on January 2, 1965, when his lover, Anita Margarita Mahfood, a famous Roomba dancer, was found dead with 4 stab wounds in their Kingston home. Drummond claimed that Mahfood had stabbed herself, but the evidence led to his conviction for her murder in 1966. He was declared criminally insane and sent to Bellevue Asylum, where he stayed until his death in 1969 at the age of 35. The official cause of death was listed as natural causes, possibly heart failure from malnutrition or improper medication. But some colleagues and biographers still believe foul play may have been involved. Sizzla Kalonji. Over the years, Sizzla has faced a lot of criticism from LGBTQ rights groups, concert organizers, and governments. This has led to bans, canceled performances, and worldwide debates about the limits of artistic freedom and hate speech. The main issue centers around Sizzla's history of anti-LGBTQ lyrics, which have been widely criticized for encouraging violence against LGBTQ people. Songs like Nah Apologize and others contain words that many believe encourage harm, leading to widespread criticism and campaigns against his performances. The Stop Murder Music campaign and similar efforts have specifically targeted Sizzla, causing concerts to be canceled across Europe and North America, including well-known events like Reggae on the River in California and shows in Amsterdam and the UK. In 2004, the UK Home Office banned Sizzla from entering the country because of his anti-LGBTQ lyrics, a move also taken by other European promoters and venues who refused to support what they called hurtful and hateful lyrics. Sizzla's response to these controversies has often been defiant. Although he was one of several reggae artists who signed the Reggae Compassionate Act in 2007, pledging not to perform homophobic lyrics, he has continued to make public statements and release songs that back his views, saying his religious and cultural beliefs justify them. In interviews, Sizzla has defended his use of hateful language, which has only made the backlash stronger and solidified his place as one of the most controversial figures in reggae music. His refusal to apologize or distance himself from his past lyrics has led to the loss of millions in canceled concerts and fewer opportunities in key international markets. Despite these controversies, Sizzla's career has stayed strong. He rose to fame in the mid-1990s as a leading figure in the conscious dancehall movement, quickly becoming known for his energetic sing-jay style and spiritually charged lyrics, often influenced by his Bobo Ashanti Rastafarian faith. Albums like Black Woman and Child, 1997, helped him gain international recognition, MOBO Award nominations, and a reputation for mixing roots reggae with modern dancehall. Over his career, Sizzla has released more than 60 albums with hit songs like Thank You Mama, Solid as a Rock, and Dry Cry becoming anthems of resilience and social awareness. He has had a huge influence on the revival of roots reggae in the dancehall era, inspiring a new generation of artists to embrace both spiritual and social messages. Sizzla has received numerous accolades, including major international award nominations, features in top music magazines, and recognition as one of the most important reggae voices of his time. However, his legacy is closely tied to the controversies that have followed him. Vybz Kartel. Known by nicknames like World Boss and Teacha, Vybz Kartel's music career has been full of big achievements. He started becoming popular in the late 1990s, first using the name Adi Banton to honor Buju Banton, then later changing to Vybz Kartel after being part of a group with that name. He quickly stood out because of his unique voice, bold lyrics, and the way he talked about topics most people avoided. Kartel's impact went beyond music. He started his own shoe line and had a reality TV show called Teacha's Pet. He also helped bring up a group of artists and producers called the Gaza Empire, which helped shape the dancehall music scene and inspired artists around the world, including Drake. Kartel worked with big names like Major Lazer, Rihanna, Missy Elliott, and Allison Hines. Some of his hit songs like Romping Shop, Dancehall Hero, and Summertime became major anthems. But even with all his success, Kartel's career was filled with controversy. People often criticized his lyrics, saying they promoted violence and disrespect toward women. Authorities also accused him of encouraging gang activity through his songs. Things got worse in 2011 when he was arrested and charged with several serious crimes, including murder, planning to murder, and having an illegal gun. The main case was about the killing of Clive Lizard Williams, who was said to have been murdered over missing illegal guns. This became Jamaica's longest-running criminal trial. In 2014, Kartel and 3 others were found guilty and sentenced to life in prison. He wasn't allowed to apply for parole until he had served 35 years. Even in prison, Kartel kept making music. In 2016 alone, he released over 50 songs and stayed at the top of the dancehall charts. That year, his album King of the Dancehall reached number 2 on the US Billboard Reggae chart. His single Fever became his biggest hit on streaming platforms and was certified gold in 2020. In the same year, he dropped a personal album called Titanisha, dedicated to his ex-wife, and followed it with another project, Of Dons and Divas. His popularity stayed strong, and in 2025, he was nominated for a Grammy for his album Party With Me. In 2024, Kartel's legal situation took a big turn. The UK Privy Council threw out his conviction because a juror had acted wrongly during the trial. Later, the Jamaican Court of Appeal decided not to hold another trial, saying too much time had passed, it would cost too much, and Kartel's health was getting worse. He was finally released from prison in July 2024, ending a dramatic chapter that had captured the country's attention for over 10 years. Buju Banton. In 2011, Banton was found guilty by a federal jury in Florida for planning to have substance with the intention of selling it, having a gun to help with a substance trafficking crime, and using a phone to help carry out that crime. He was found not guilty of trying to have substance with the intent to sell it. The case came from a 2009 undercover operation, where Banton was caught on video tasting substances in a warehouse. However, he wasn't there when the actual deal happened, which led to the arrest of 2 other people, who later admitted guilt. The judge gave him the minimum sentence allowed by law, which was 10 years, and dropped the gun charge because Banton didn't know weapons were involved. Even though he appealed and said a government informant trapped him, the court kept the conviction, and his requests for a new trial were denied. Even with his legal issues, Buju Banton's impact on music is still strong. He rose to fame in the early 1990s with a powerful mix of dancehall and roots reggae, quickly becoming a major star with songs like Bogle, Champion, and the controversial Boom Bye Bye. Over time, he changed his style, turned to Rastafarian beliefs, and started making more thoughtful and uplifting music, which can be heard on albums like Till Shiloh and Inna Heights. His music has been praised for its deep lyrics, strong voice, and for bringing together old-school reggae and modern dancehall. Banton has had a big influence on reggae. He helped bring new energy to the genre in the 1990s and 2000s, inspired younger artists, and helped spread reggae around the world. His 2011 Grammy win for Best Reggae Album with Before the Dawn, which came just days before he was sentenced, showed that his music was still powerful and important. Throughout his career, he has earned many awards, Grammy nominations, and worldwide respect as one of Jamaica's most important musical voices. If you are enjoying this video, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Ninja Man. Ninja Man started out in the early 1980s in Kingston's sound system scene, where he was first known as Double Ugly. He later changed his name to Ninja Man and quickly became known for his exciting and unpredictable performances that could get a crowd going with just a simple move. His talent with words and strong presence on stage earned him the nickname Original Gold Teat, Front Teat, Gun Pawn Teat. He was famous for making up lyrics on the spot, both in the studio and during live battles. His music career took off in the late 1980s and early 1990s with popular songs like Protection with Courtney Melody, Border Clash, Murder Dem, Permit to Bury, and Above the Law. These songs often had violent and pro-gun messages, which helped shape his image as the perfect example of a rude boy. He played a big role in starting what many call the bad man era in dancehall music. His clashes with other big names in dancehall, especially Shabba Ranks, became legendary. Ninja Man often came out on top, especially at the famous Sting events between 1989 and 1995. But Ninja Man's career has also been badly affected by serious crimes. The most serious was the 2009 murder of Ricardo Ricky Trooper Johnson. After a long trial, Ninja Man was found guilty and sentenced in 2017. This shocked many fans and showed how his violent lyrics sometimes reflected his real life. Before this, he already had legal problems, including a 1-year jail sentence in 1999 for having a gun and bullets without permission. He was also accused of abuse and murder in the late 1990s, but was found not guilty. Along with his criminal record, Ninja Man also struggled openly with substance addiction. These issues caused ups and downs in both his personal and musical life. In the late 1990s, he briefly switched to gospel reggae and went by the name Brother Desmond as he looked for healing through religion. Even with all the problems, Ninja Man's impact on reggae and dancehall is clear. He worked with top producers like King Jammy, Bobby Digital, Augustus Clarke, and Steely and Clevie. His skill in making up lyrics right away helped set new levels of creativity in the music. Busy Signal. In 2012, Busy Signal got into legal trouble when he was sent from Jamaica to the United States because of substance-related issues tied to an old case. He had previously left the country while out on bail in that case. Busy Signal served a short time in jail for leaving while on bail and was released after a few months. Busy Signal started rising in the music scene in the early 2000s, thanks to Jamaica's energetic sound system culture and guidance from well-known dancehall artist Bounty Killer. His big break came in 2005 with the single Step Out, which made him a star. He became known for his fast and sharp lyrics and his exciting performances. After his breakout, Busy Signal continued releasing hit songs that showed his wide talent and flexibility. Some of his popular tracks include Nah Go a Jail Again, Unknown Number, TikTok, and Jamaica Love. These songs were not only popular in the dancehall world, but also showed that he could sing about different topics, from serious social issues to fun party vibes. His 2012 album, Reggae Music Again, was a clear move toward roots reggae, and it got great reviews, proving his creative style across different music genres. He also worked with international stars like Major Lazer, No Doubt, Damian Marley, and Stephen Marley. Their song, Watch Out for This, Boomai, became a worldwide hit. Busy Signal has won several awards throughout his career. He has received honors like the International Reggae and World Music Award for Emperor of Reggae and World Music in memory of Bob Marley, and Best Dancehall Rap Collaboration. In 2020, he was named Dancehall Artist of the Decade at the International Reggae and World Music Awards. He also won Best International Act at the UK MOBO Awards in 2011, and has been nominated for both BET and Grammy Awards. The mayor of Hartford, Connecticut, also gave him a certificate of citation and the key to the city, showing how his influence goes beyond music. Outside of music, Busy Signal is known for giving back to the community. His Busy 2020 Helping Hands Foundation supports healthcare, education, and community projects in Jamaica. He has also been a tourism ambassador for Zimbabwe and has appeared in big advertising campaigns for companies like Pepsi, LG, Smirnoff, and Guinness. Mavado. Mavado's most well-known legal trouble happened in July 2011. He was arrested and charged with assault, causing actual harm and damaging property after a fight in St. James. According to the police, Mavado and some people with him allegedly attacked a man and his son. They were hurt, and their car was damaged. The fight reportedly started when the man stopped his car to let traffic pass. Mavado didn't want to drive over a rough part of the road and instead used his SUV to hurt the man. In May 2012, Mavado was found guilty. The court fined him 20,000 Jamaican dollars or 6 months in jail for damaging property and $80,000 or 6 months for the assault. He appealed the decision, but the court said there was enough proof and upheld the ruling. Things got worse in June 2018 when a warrant for Mavado's arrest was issued, and it is still active as of March 2025. This was based on a report by Anthony Goulbourne, who said Mavado assaulted him. Goulbourne had earlier been accused of shooting at Mavado, and he now claimed Mavado attacked him in return. Mavado has always said he did nothing wrong. He called the warrant fake and said he was shocked to hear about it, especially since his lawyers had been in regular contact with the police and no one ever mentioned it. Because of the warrant, Mavado has not been able to take part in court cases in Jamaica, including one where he is the victim of a major fraud case. In that case, a former lawyer named Jennifer Mavado is accused of tricking Mavado out of more than $30 million in a real estate deal. Even with these legal issues, Mavado's impact on dancehall and reggae music is strong. He grew up in Cassava Peace, Kingston, and became popular in the mid-2000s with songs like Way Dem Ado, Real McCoy, and Gully Side. He became a key figure in the Gully and Gaza rivalry, along with Vibes Cartel. His music mixes tough street stories with catchy tunes, helping to change the sound of modern dancehall and make it more popular around the world. Mavado has worked with big names like DJ Khaled, Nicki Minaj, and Snoop Dogg. His music has done well in other countries, and he has been nominated for awards like the MOBO Awards and Soul Train Music Awards. Lee Sparta. Lee Sparta is a Jamaican artist known for both his strong influence in music and his legal problems. In December 2020, he was arrested when police stopped a car he was in New Kingston. During the search, police found a 9mm gun with an extended magazine holding 18 bullets in his waistband. He later admitted to the charges, and in March 2021, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for having the gun and 2 years for having the bullets. The judge decided that the sentences would run at the same time. Usually, these crimes in Jamaica can lead to 10 to 15 years in prison. But the judge gave a shorter sentence because Tommy Lee pleaded guilty early, had no past convictions, and had already spent some time in custody. Before this case, Lee Sparta had been stopped by the police several times during public emergency crackdowns in St. James. Police often said he was a person of interest because of suspected ties to the Sparta gang based in Flankers and claims that he was linked to lottery scamming. Still, no charges were ever filed in those cases, and they were dropped. His lawyers have always said he is not involved in any gang and that he was targeted unfairly because of his fame and influence in the community. Even with all these legal troubles, Lee Sparta has stayed popular in the dancehall music world. He became known in 2012 as part of Vybz Kartel's Gaza Empire. He made a name for himself with songs like Spartan Soldier, Spartan Angel, Psycho, Rich Badness, and Blessings. His music often talks about survival, hardship, and street life, which speaks to many fans in Jamaica's poor neighborhoods and even outside the country. His unique image and deep lyrics helped create a style called Gothic dancehall, inspiring a new group of artists who followed the same dark and emotional themes. Lee Sparta's effect on reggae and dancehall can be seen in how he has stayed popular despite his legal problems. He is known for adding a dramatic and dark style to the genre, using chilling melodies and strong lyrics to talk about life in Jamaica's rougher areas. This has helped him gain a strong fan base and get respect in the music industry, with several awards and nominations recognizing his work. He was released from prison in March 2023 after finishing his sentence. His team confirmed the news, and it marked the end of his only conviction, following years of police attention and rumors. Elephant Man. Elephant Man started his music career in the mid-1990s as part of the Scared Dem crew, but he later found big success as a solo artist. He quickly became popular for his bold personality, wild performances, and bright yellow-orange hair. His shows often included flips, jumps, and lively interaction with the crowd, which earned him the nickname Energy God. These exciting performances helped make him one of the most well-known entertainers in dancehall music. However, his life in the public eye has also been affected by serious legal issues. In January 2012, he was arrested and charged after a 31-year-old woman said he attacked her at his home in St. Andrew. The case went on for years, but was eventually dropped in February 2016 after the woman passed away, leaving the situation unclear and controversial. In March 2020, he was in trouble again when he didn't report his travel to Germany after returning to Jamaica, breaking the country's COVID-19 quarantine rules at the time. He later said sorry publicly and admitted it was a serious health risk. Aside from these legal problems, Elephant Man has also faced criticism from around the world because of some of his song lyrics. Many people have said his lyrics promote violence against LGBT people. In 2003, a British LGBT rights group called Outrage asked for him and other dancehall artists to be arrested and charged for promoting hate. Because of this, he was removed from the 2004 MOBO Awards, had shows canceled in Toronto and Munich, and came under pressure from his record label. He also agreed not to perform songs with homophobic lyrics in the UK and Europe. These events have hurt his image and limited his international performances, although he still plays a big role in the dancehall music world. Even with these problems, Elephant Man has had a strong impact on reggae and dancehall music. His upbeat songs, catchy lyrics, and dance moves in hits like Pond a River, Pond a Bank, Signal to Plane, and Willie Bounce have become classics in the genre. His fame grew even more when his song All Out was used in a Puma ad during the 2004 Olympics, helping bring dancehall music to a worldwide audience. He has also worked with international artists and signed with Bad Boy Entertainment, which expanded his fan base beyond Jamaica. Over the years, Elephant Man has won many awards both in Jamaica and abroad. His songs often do well on music charts, and he has a loyal group of fans. His way of mixing reggae, dancehall, and pop music has influenced many young artists and dancers. Even though his career has faced setbacks due to legal issues and criticism about his lyrics, he remains an important figure in the spread of dancehall culture around the world. Phil Spector. Phil Spector was one of the most important and talked about people in modern music, but a serious crime he committed later in life cast a shadow over his career. On February 3, 2003, Spector shot and killed actress Lena Clarkson at his home in Alhambra, California. The night started when Spector met Clarkson at the House of Blues in Los Angeles, where she worked as a hostess. He invited her back to his place, and later his driver heard a gunshot. Soon after, Spector came out holding a gun and reportedly said, "I think I killed somebody." Police found Clarkson dead from a gunshot wound to her mouth. Forensic evidence showed that it was not an accident and that she had not taken her own life. During the trials, more details came out about Spector's past. 5 women testified that he had pulled a gun on them in the past when they tried to leave him. The first trial ended with no decision, but at the second trial in 2009, Spector was found guilty of second-degree murder and using a gun during the crime. He was sentenced to 19 years to life in prison and had to pay money to Clarkson's family. Even though he said he was innocent until he died in 2021, the jury believed the evidence and witness stories. His case became one of the most well-known criminal cases in Hollywood. Even after being found guilty, Spector's mark on music is still strong. He created the wall of sound, a new way of recording music, by layering many instruments to make a full, echoing sound. This style changed how music was made in the 1960s and 1970s. His work helped create big hits for the Ronettes, the Righteous Brothers, and Ike and Tina Turner. He also worked with some of the biggest stars in music, like John Lennon, George Harrison, Leonard Cohen, and the Ramones. His work on albums like Lennon's Imagine and Harrison's All Things Must Pass made his reputation even stronger as a creative producer. His music style, especially the wall of sound, also influenced reggae. In the 1960s and 1970s, Jamaican producers like Lee Scratch Perry and King Tubby tried out thick layered sounds with echo effects similar to Spector's style. This helped shape the sound of dub and roots reggae. Spector's bold ideas and experiments in the studio pushed other producers around the world to explore new ways of making music, leaving a lasting impact. Which of these artists' antics scared you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content.